These were rats that grew up eating cat meat, but they didn't just eat cats, they attacked people too. Not a single child in the village had intact ears. The reason these rats were so fearless: a curse from the village witch. 3 years ago, a plague swept through the village. The village chief cast out all the sick villagers, forcing them to the mountains. The kind-hearted but couldn't bear to let them die alone. So, she led them to build a new village in the mountains. Then war broke out. The village chief and the remaining villagers had no choice but to flee to the mountains. They found the witch and begged her to take them in, but she refused. The chief wouldn't accept her decision, so he secretly made a child cry. Hearing the child's sobs, the witch's heart softened. She finally agreed to take them in, but she never expected what came next. The greedy village chief wanted to take over the entire village. As soon as they settled in, he and the villagers locked the witch and the sick people inside a witch shed. For the whole weeks, they were left to fend for themselves. When the villagers finally opened the witch shed, they were terrified. All the sick people were dead, but shockingly, the witch was still alive. Before she passed away, she cursed the entire village. She swore that outsiders would one day bring death upon them. Fear gripped the village chief. He locked the witch away once again. Even after she was gone, her curse remained. The villagers became terrified of outsiders. No matter how careful they were, the curse had already begun to take effect. Right after the witch's death, a rat infestation broke out. No matter what they did, nothing worked. These rats devoured everything. The villagers lived in constant fear until one day, a father and son arrived in the village, and everything changed. To get rid of the flesh-eating rats, the man discovered a cave in the mountains. Then he spread flour along a path leading from the cave to the village, forming a network of trails. Then he played his flute. As soon as the melody filled the air, the rats began emerging from the ground. They scurried along the flour-covered path, filling the roads. The villagers were horrified to see just how many rats had been hiding among them. Once every last rat had entered the cave, the man used all his strength to roll a massive boulder over the entrance. The rats were sealed inside, never to terrorize the village again. From that day on, the man became the village hero.